What's up, guys? I'm Honeybee Reviews, and I'm here today with.
Erick, the architect, aka the Mandevillain.
That's right. Your debut solo album, I've Never Been Here Before, is out. It's receiving a lot of love. It's been doing great, which is awesome to see. I want to know what's your creative process? How is it different making a solo album versus a group effort?
Um, Shit. In every way, it's completely different, bro. It's like I'm I've been able to wear a different hat. This is the hat I have on today. But in production, I think that you allow yourself very little time to be a writer. At least for me, I would sit and construct the beat from scratch. Even if it was a sample, I'm still watching a baby. It's almost like I don't know, like it's the infancy part of an idea, and then by the time you're done, you have to kind of remove yourself as a producer and then rap or sing.
Yeah.
Whereas like now, me writing music, working with other producers who I trust, they gave me the ability to just write, and I think that they think for me, so I'm joining their wavelength and not starting from like scratch. So I mean, give or take, depending on how you look at it, I think that what it requires is something a little different. It's more intuitive when it's just yourself. You follow your feelings. You're not really thinking about like how somebody else feels.
Yeah.
Selfishly, music is selfish in that way.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's really cool. So you've been making music for a while now. Why did you wait until now to make and release your debut solo album?
That's a great question. I waited this long because a lot of this music was actually put on the back burner. I thought that for a while people wouldn't be ready to hear me do psychedelic rock music or house music. I think that the the wavelength that I was on at that time was so much of the psychedelic hip hop that I was obviously birthing within my group Flabber Zombies. I think that a lot of people was just like, when where does that fit into this narrative? And I wanted to actually carve time. I think after COVID, that's when I really was like, yo, I put out Future Proof, and that kind of started the ascension of like, well, the last time I put out a real project by myself was 2011.
Yeah.
So Future Proof was really the catalyst of me starting something new. And although it seemed like I just started it then, I've been making music by myself since I was 15 years old. So this album kind of showcased the fact that I've always had this story, but it kind of got lost amongst the past like decade. So
Yeah.
it's time now, and people are ready for it.
This album it's super personal, and there's lots of emotional moments on the album. Was it hard opening up like that, or is it something that kind of came naturally to you?
It comes natural. Unfortunately, I've always dealt with a lot of stuff that I was uncomfortable for other people to talk about. I think that my will and strength, vulnerability, in music or just as a person, have always given other people hope, and that made me feel like more confident to be myself. And I think that in music, you need leaders like that. We need that in life too. We need philanthropists. We need people who are ready to take some lumps so that other people can win. I didn't choose that. I think it kind of chose me, but I've been told, your music saved me from a lot of darkness, or I listen to you when I'm in this mood, and as much as I love that, I wanted to showcase a myriad of different emotions, so that the person can look up to me and say, well, there is one artist that I should listen to satisfy all these feelings that I have, not just like when I'm sad I play this music, or when I party I play this music. I want it to be the kind of person that you play all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This album has a little bit of everything, and
For sure.
we love that. So, what was the most fun song to make on this album? Which song did you have the most fun making?
I would say probably Beef Patty, bro.
Yeah.
James Blake is a fucking funny man. Yeah, he's very deep into the dancehall and reggae dub music. Like, as much
Yeah.
as I don't know if other people know that about him, but he's very much into that. And yeah, I don't smoke weed no more, but I was high as fuck, bro. And he was right there with me, and I feel like the song really wrote itself. I knew that he wanted to do something that night, like beyond just like going through old records and stuff, and that one just came out. I don't know, in the middle of the night, we were just kicking it, and I still remember like just the idea of it being born right in front of our face. Like, yo, we really gonna do some real reggae shit. This is some real dancehall shit. And he was like, let's do it. And he actually formed the 808. We couldn't find it. He's not a splice loop guy. He doesn't look for loops on the internet. He wants to create stuff right there. And I remember we were looking for the sub 808 kick. Boom, 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 boom. He was like, fuck it, I'm just make it. I was like, what? So he just used his modulation, his contraption, and he created this sound, and we built the record. Yeah.
That's amazing. That's really cool.
Oh, yeah.
So to your point, there's a lot of great collaborators on the album. James Blake, Joey Badass, Westside Boogie, Channel Trace. Is there someone on that you haven't worked with yet that you would love to?
Man, that's a whole other interview.
Just one.
Shit. Cause this is because we putting this out there, so we got to put some sauce on it.
That's right. Let's let the people know who you want to work with, and let's make it happen.
Yo, let's make it happen. Let's get Inflow. Let's get Cleo Soul on the next album.
Oh, Cleo Soul and Erick the Architect. You heard it here first. That's gonna be amazing.
Do it.
All right. So you obviously are a very talented writer, rapper, producer.
Thank you.
What some people may not know is that you are also a very talented conventional artist. You draw, paint, graphic design. What or who is inspiring you right now?
I still go for the classics, man. I'm still inspired by Picasso, Keith Haring. I love photography. I love Annie Leibovitz. I love reading architectural digests. I'm a nerd, bro. I pull from different areas of art in itself, but I don't know I don't have a pulse right now on what's going on. I still like Cleon Peterson. You know, I still like a lot of the LA artists and muralists. One of my friends, Steven Palladino, one of my favorite artists as well. I want to actually James Jean too as well. A lot of the people that I collect their art, I became friends with them, so it's kind of cheating. Shout out to Jean Julien as well in France. That's another one, big inspiration to me. He did the Future Proof cover. Cool. Yeah, I got a whole list.
That's awesome. I want to know, can you put us on to an underrated musical artist that you've been listening to that you're really enjoying right now?
Underrated.
Maybe one not everybody knows.
That's a great question. Damn. Let me go on my Spotify.
Yeah, pull it up. I was just screen peeking. He's listening to Stevie Wonder, just barely. He's got taste. The classics are always classics, right?
Come on now. You know what song is awesome? This Muramasa song. I like music that puts me into a place that's like not on earth. I feel like when I listen to his stuff, especially his older stuff, I feel like his style evolved into more DJing and more hearing it live, like live music. I hear that song Rocky I really like too.
Yeah, that's good.
But yeah, Muramasa, I put him up there.
Yeah, well, you guys would make great music together too. Yeah. My last question is that earlier this year, I saw your New York Knicks freestyle.
Come on.
I'm a diehard Knicks fan.
Come on, man.
And the people need to know, what's your prediction? How deep into the playoffs are this Knicks team? How deep are they going?
Damn it, man. I'm not going to jinx it because we're playing in, 30 minutes?
30 minutes.
You're a Knicks fan?
I am.
God damn, I love you. So, let me tell you something, man. This is a whole interview as well. Let me tell you something. All the people that was talking shit about the Knicks and Jalen Brunson made me sick, bro. I can't believe we're here. Even though Julius Randle's been hurt, I still think the Knicks can get to Eastern Conference champions.
Absolutely. You heard it here.
I do believe it. As much as people want to cap and say, I think we can beat Philly, and I think the Bucks are going to win. So I think we could beat the Bucks. We've beaten them.
Even with Giannis, we're not
even
scared.
with Giannis,
I'm
not scared of none of the smoke.
No.
The Knicks have a pulse right now that is unfettered, bro. It's a very weird time. I wish I was in New York right now just to show how much I care. You know what I mean? But like, this is the time I've been waiting my whole life for the Knicks to be at this moment where it's like, could they win? Every year it's like the Knicks is trash. The Knicks is trash. If you say the Knicks is trash right now, that means that you're a hater. And I was waiting for this moment so that you look stupid when you say stuff like that. But I'm a big Knicks fan, bro. Shout out to Lance Thomas. I've been friends with this man. He was the captain of the Knicks. Him and he brought me courtside, so I was able to see him. We actually broke like a 16-loss game streak, and he brought me to the game and they won. So like, shout out to Lance Thomas. Shout out to the whole Knicks organization. Let's go. Let's get this chip, man.
Let's get it.
Let's fucking go.
You have an all-time favorite Knick?
My all-time favorite Knick is now Jalen Brunson.
Me too.
Before him, I would go with Melo.
All right, we're on the same wavelength then.
Yeah.
We're on the same wavelength.
Sure.
All right, anything else you want to tell the people before we're done?
We in SLC tonight. One of my biggest fans is out here. Hopefully I see him tonight. His name is Martian Textiles, a.k.a. Bret Hartless. Shout out to him. He always turn up when we come to SLC. Just turn this bitch up. Yeah.
Right on. Well, thank you very much for your time, Erick. Can't wait for the show tonight, and I appreciate it.
Thank you, bro.